We're gonna make fun. A FatTok thinks the word obese is a slur by Murasaki Jews. It was 3 months ago. So yeah, let's make fun of those people. We all have to agree that the fat acceptance movement has pretty much failed. Because all the people that are fat influencers, a lot of them have already died. And here's my hot take. If it is not a health condition, fix your body. I've said it before, but in a different video, but fix your body. This shit will catch up to you when you're in your late 30s or in your late 40s. It will catch up to you. Try to be healthy, please.
Alright, so our next patient. Oh, hey, Susan. What appears to be the, problem? Hey there, doctor, mate. You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. How are you, Susan? Doctor, I'm gonna be honest, mate. Not too great. I feel...
This reminds me of all the... Do you even call them memes? About the like the memes with the Wojak guy sleeping with an overweight, like, female Wojak. That was a sight for sore eyes. Holy.
I feel a lot of chest pain, right? And my knees hurt when I walk. Okay, well, Susan, the problem with... But that's not all, doctor. I run out of breath really easily, and I just feel tired all the time. Yeah, Susan, I think I might know what the problem you're having is. And every doctor I've gone to about this problem has just been really fat-phobic. Always making comments about my weight and my diet, and it's just really insulting. Susan, I think they might be... No, yeah, I might be a bit... plus size, but it's got nothing to do with my health. I don't know why they keep bringing it up. One doctor even called me the slur obese. Excuse my language. Wait, the slur obese? What do you mean slur? God, they're all so bigoted and closed-minded. Doctor, I just want a solution to my problem. Can you help me out, please, mate? Yo, you're joking, right? Hello, ladies.
That's an interesting intro. I like that. Yeah, guys, obese is now a slur. Hey, if obese is a slur, might as well call you fat, right? Might as well. Go all the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, Starlight and Huey. Welcome back to the channel. Or if this just so happens to be your first time here, then... I'm not even gonna say it, okay? You know. And before people go in the comments and say, oh, you sound so different, why do you sound so different? It's because I got braces, I got grills, okay? That's why I low-key have a little bit of a lisp, alright? Some words are still kind of hard to pronounce, but to be fair, most of it is faded by now, but it's still there just by a tiny little bit. And if you say you can't hear a difference, then I'm gonna give you flowers, okay? I'm gonna give you roses and dandelions. I was supposed to take a 2-week break off YouTube so my speech could
we eventually
recover,
talk about the stuff that he's talking about and not like... Okay, I think he's about to talk about all the weird stuff.
Make this video. This is just retarded. Now, before I go on and on and on, let me just preface this by saying I don't have a problem when people complain on the internet. Honestly, I don't. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, but there's a difference in complaining about, like, on the internet about something legitimate and complaining about it because you're a fucking idiot.
If someone wants to sit down and complain about something, then honestly, I think that's perfectly fine. Sometimes it's funny, constructive, and actually entertaining. It only becomes a problem when you're crying and whining about something which you yourself can control. It's one thing if I complain about Cocoa Pops tasting like shit because they took the sugar out. I don't know why they did that. But it's different if I'm the CEO of Cocoa Pops complaining about the same thing. Like, do you not see how stupid that would be? You fucking made it, you twat. And similar to that, if you complain about getting made fun of on the internet while you simultaneously act like a retard on the internet.
This shit is fucking weird. Why do you act like a fucking animal? What? Why do you act like an animal?
you're a fucking idiot. I don't feel like I'm breaking new grounds here. This shit should be obvious. In conclusion, don't complain about things which you can solve through your own actions, okay? I thought this would be common sense by now, but clearly the internet has reduced all of our IQs by at least 200. And for some reason, I don't feel like it's gonna get any better anytime soon. But easily one of the dumbest communities on the internet is the fucking body positivity fat on the internet is the fucking body
She kind of looks like a potato. She kind of looks like a potato. You know? She kind of does. That is... Ugh. How can you be comfortable in this body? How? Tell me. I don't understand.
positivity, fat liberation, body diversity, plus size, literally every single other word under the sun other than what they actually are.
Fat.
Obese. You are obese, okay?
Me? I'm not obese. What do you mean? The hell? How dare you?
Okay, you're not body liberated, you're not plus size, a fucking large coke.
Hey, at least cannibals will be happy. If you eat this woman, you will probably get some form of diabetes. Some form. They are taking them. They take themselves out and the cannibals.
At KFC as plus size. You're just fucking obese, man. You can call it whatever you want. It is not gonna change that fact. We've been over this several times. And like I've
Bro is farming the fat TikTokers. It is insane.
said in those previous several times, no one cares that you're obese. If you want to sit down and eat pizza and ice cream all day, go ahead, okay? We don't care. People only start making fun of you when you complain.
I care. You are straining. You put a lot of strain on healthcare systems. You are an issue because you cost money. Literally. Here in Germany, you do cost taxpayer money. Because our healthcare is funded by taxpayers. So yeah, if I'm gonna like support your fatness with my money, I'll better be able to criticize you because you're fat.
About being overweight. You can't cry and whine about thin privilege when you sit down and eat enough food to feed a family of 4. These people are so fucking tone deaf it hurts to watch. I've literally
Adrio! Hey, hi, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Okay, let's dissect this. There is no, okay. There's thin privilege. Well, there's actually no thin privilege, right? Boo hiss. Oh, wait. So you should be charged? I don't think you should be charged, but my tax money should not be used to support your like somebody's fat ass because they weren't able to control themselves. You're doing good? That's nice to hear. I'm doing fantastic. There is thin privilege. Well, there's actually no thin privilege. Yeah, people who look more attractive will be treated better. That's just a natural thing. You won't be able to change that. But also, when we look at jobs, why would I want to hire somebody that has a greater risk of getting sick that I have to pay later because they aren't working? Because they get sick easier. At the end of the day, it's just companies are not like phobic. Companies just focus on one thing, and that's money. and you are a risk to making money. Sonic should be evil. Sonic isn't evil, but the people making Sonic are evil, apparently. Sonic Generations X Shadow has been censored heavily. I meant medical bills. Pretty much, they should pay their own medical bills. You caused this, you will pay it.
Actually seen some accounts on TikTok where they'll go, oh my god, my jeans won't fit, they need to make bigger jeans, and then they'll simultaneously post what I eat in a day, and it's the worst food ever. Like, the solution to your problem is right there. It's on your account, you fucking wanker. But the worst thing these people do is that they'll genuinely convince themselves that there's nothing wrong with being obese. Do I even need to go over why that just doesn't make any sense? I've done it before, so I don't think I need to, but I will say that looking like this will and is going to kill you. And
it's sad, but at this point, it's just natural selection.
It is 100% gonna cause you health issues down the line. Like heart problems, kidney problems, joint problems, bone problems. Do I even need to go on? I mean, that short list is bad enough, but the full one is pretty fucking bad. Now, I'm not saying that people who aren't fat don't have these problems, but I am saying that if you are fat, you are much more likely to have these problems. That's not me being fat phobic, that's me using what they taught me back in primary school.
Fatphobic does not exist. It's a buzzword. There is no such thing as fat phobia. There never was anything such as fat phobia. Does not exist.
School. Children know this. Most people know this. Even you fat people know this. That's why they love the delusion of fat just being a body type. To which it's not. It comes with many different issues, but alright. They go as far as to call people fat phobes, which is a
yeah, remember body positivity movement? Pretty much going after like formerly overweight like celebrities because they felt betrayed, which is interesting to see because now they realize that they are overweight because of some arbitrary reason that they can't control. And I'm not saying that, like, if you're overweight and it's like a health condition, that's a different thing thing in comparison to if you're overweight because you can't control yourself.
pretty rational fear, if I'm being honest. No one in their right mind would want to look like this.
I don't even think she can wash herself at this point. Or dress herself. Gymshark did it. I don't even think she can wipe her ass herself.
This absolutely fucking no one. It's just in recent times there's been a really weird push into glorifying this stuff. The silly health it all size, my body is beautiful dog shit that no one actually believes has for some reason become a main statement in today's modern media, and it just keeps getting worse. Here we have the word obese trending on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck people call it nowadays. I don't care. Now, to everyone who
Twitter. I will continue to call it Twitter. Now, why did you stop at that? If I have to see it, so do you.
who actually enjoys their life and doesn't use Twitter, you're probably wondering, why was the word obese trending? Well, now the word obese, the medical term obese, is considered a slur. Yes. A slur. The word should now be censored and treated like the N-word. Honestly,
Really? That is weird to you? We have people out there who censor the word men. What do you mean this is weird?
I couldn't make this up even if I tried. Even though I have zero expectations of anyone on the internet, I'm still somehow disappointed.
I can always identify someone who doesn't have a great grasp on history if they see medicalization as a stamp of inherent virtue. This comes up a lot when I talk about how the word obese is a slur. At least one person will always pop their head out of the ground to say, obese is a medical term.
Obese is a medical term. I was eating. I guess I changed that. Put away the fries!
But it quite literally is. It says it right here. It's a medical condition that people can get diagnosed with.
As if that somehow makes it better.
No, that would just not make it a slur. It would make it a medical condition.
You know what else used to be a medical term? Like a lot of bad shit we don't say anymore. Because we realized it was stigmatizing as fuck and it actively harmed people.
You know what?
And she did not give any example. She did not give any example of what it is, of any of those terms.
What else actively harms people? Obesity. You fucking twat. And unlike words, obesity actually harms people on a biological level. And even if you call it something else like round or big-bodied or morbidly
Big-bodied. I'm not fat, I have big bones.
obtuse, it's not gonna change the fucking issue. Because it's not a derogatory term, it's a health problem. People are still gonna suffer from obesity whether you call it obesity or not. My god, I never thought I'd ever have to explain that.
Science and language are both constantly evolving and updating. The medical establishment is not exempt from this. If anything, it's actually a particularly strong example of how this happens. We don't need to look too far back into history at all to see how medical terminology and practices change.
Yeah, well, that's due to a little known fact called technology. The reason why medical practices change is due to technological advances. Back in the day, they didn't have technology to pinpoint each medical issue. But now we do. And with that knowledge, we can tell that being morbidly obese is not good for you.
For example, homosexuality is no longer diagnosed as a mental illness. Female hysteria is not something that's diagnosed anymore.
Ah, yes, too.
Yeah, we don't call it female hysteria now. We call it having a woman moment. Now tell me, when people were oppressed using obese, also skill issues. If it's not a medical condition, it is a skill issue.
Psychological thought processes which don't inherently kill you. You know, guys, I think I'm starting to see the relation between that and having plaque literally cover your organs. Yeah, they're definitely.
You wanna sleep? Then sleep, dear! Sleep! You're tired.
The same thing.
Cocaine and heroin are no longer prescribed as anesthetics or cough suppressants. Lysol cleaning spray is no longer used as a douche. We don't perform ice pick lobotomies anymore. And doctors no longer advocate.
Well, we should bring back lobotomies. We're doing society a public service.
For the health benefits of smoking cigarettes. Oops.
You know, it's almost like there's a way for doctors to tell if there's something biologically harmful to you. I wonder if they can still do that. Oh well, I guess not. Is her argument here that science is just outdated and that there's nothing unhealthy about being overweight? Because if that's the case, then she'd be wrong. The same way that we know smoking cigarettes is bad is the same way that we know overeating is bad. You'd expect a fully grown adult to know this.
More importantly, when a marginalized group tells you that a word or practice.
She called being fat being part of a marginalized group. What are these idiots? Do you want your own flag as well? What is that gonna be? A bunch of colors with a burger in the middle?
Practice harms them, you can just go ahead and believe them.
Oh god, I love alcohol. I love me some alcohol. Listen, buddy, I'm glad to have you at the bar and all, but I think you've had too much. I think you might be an alcoholic. Hey, you can't say that word. That word is a slur. I don't appreciate that word. That word is very harmful. Listen, I'm sorry, man. I know the word alcoholic might be harsh, but this is your 13th drink. I think you might have had too many. No, I fucking haven't. You know what? I'm sick and tired of people using that derogatory term against me. I don't think you understand just how harmful that word is to me. So pour me another fucking pint or else I'm gonna put my boot up your bollocks. Dude, you're an alcoholic. It doesn't matter what word I
I would laugh. if it wasn't true that people argue this way. That's the problem. I would laugh if I didn't know that people do argue this way.
I use here, the problem is this guy drinks too fucking much. I don't understand how people can argue against this. My point here is you can call it whatever you want, it's not gonna change the fact that obesity is an underlying medical condition. And if you view that as offensive, well then that kinda contradicts your entire fat liberation argument. I thought it was okay to be morbidly obese. Why is it now all of a sudden a word that shouldn't be said?
Just a reminder that I am very fat and very sexy, and I am 100% glorifying obesity.
She probably can hide an atomic bomb under this one. Or like some weapon. She's probably hiding food in her I don't know the word, but she's probably hiding food in there.
Oh my god. She just said the O word. Twitter, cancel her. No, but seriously, what are the rules here? Is it bad? Is it good? Is it a word that no one should ever say? Because if so, then I have a few replacement suggestions. FatTok, feel free to...
Salad Dodgers, bloated Bowsers, Wally people, Burger Buddy, Chunky Monkeys. Jesus Christ.
contact me.
Walking lasagna. Oh my god. I will keep these. I will screenshot this right now. Let me. I've screenshotted it. How can you say you're hot when you're fat? But my eyes don't lie. Look at these. These are amazing. I've screenshotted these. I will use them. Fucking Burger Body. This is insane, dude. Salad Dodgers is also wild. These are amazing. Wow.
But this all just feels like they're just ignoring their health. Like one big everyone close your ears and go la 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 la, I don't want to hear the obese word. To which, okay, fine, but that's not gonna change the fact that
Oh my God.
you are obese. Oh, sorry, I meant you're plus sized. And so is the plaque in your arteries. Good luck with heart disease.
Obesity is a noun, and it doesn't describe how large something is.
Well, actually, the word obese is an adjective, and is a word used to describe a large human being. So, no, you're wrong.
Quick point. The word obesity, not obese, is a noun, but in this context, she was very clearly referring to the adjective's definition with the use of the word. McDonald's invaders.
We don't say that that house is
Also, was Kirby just getting cooked? Poor Kirby.
obese.
The word obese is used to describe people, genius.
The
Monkey.
term obesity comes with judgment. Not a judgment of the size of that person, but of how they became large.
What are you talking about? By definition, it literally is used to describe how large someone is. At this point, you're just throwing in random shit in to make it sound like you know what you're talking about. The word obese is a chronic disease.
Because it does. Because it does tell me something about your character. It tells me, potentially, that you... It tells me that you potentially are lazy. It tells me that you have no self-control. It may tell me that you have bad eating habits.
Disease that impairs health, okay? You can try and shift the definition all you want, saying all this fucking judgment bullshit, but it's not gonna change the fact that being obese is bad for you. It's not neutral, it's fucking bad for you.
Word comes from Latin, meaning to overeat, which puts the blame on the larger person.
Where else is the blame supposed to go? Me? Is it my fault that you can't go outside without a fucking scooter? Or is it your fault because you refuse to eat a salad once in a while?
as if food carries moral value. It doesn't, and we should stop using this word.
Well, obviously it doesn't hold moral value, it's just food. The food itself isn't the problem here. The problem is when you eat 3,000 to 4,000 calories of it every day. You can change the word all you want, the problem is still gonna...
Look at him. Look at him and laugh. Nah, did I ruin everybody's appetite now? Did I? Look at those moobs! Man boobs! Moobs! And those pretty crispy love handles.
Gonna be there, you fucking idiot. I don't like that word, can we change it? Mate, the word's not the fucking problem. The problem is that your internal organs probably look like Indian street food. You're the size of...
What is that comparison, dude? Oh my god. This is amazing.
3 people and most of you can't even sit down in a chair. You want to change the word to round, you want it to be plus size, you want it to be fucking morbid. It doesn't make a difference because the health problems that obesity cause are still gonna be there. Oh god, these people are so brain dead.
Why is it offensive to call someone fat who is fat?
Hello, certified fat person here.
Ah, god, you know, at this point, I can just tell what kind of response
What do you mean certified? Do you have a paper which says this person is fat?
I'm gonna get just from looking at them. I don't even like using this word, but this is literally the Karen haircut. Okay, well, let's hear this one out.
And I'm more than happy to answer your question if you really do want an answer, which I'm not so sure you do.
Just get on with it.
To start, I refer to myself as fat, and I don't care if other people refer to me as fat, and that's because I don't see the word fat as a bad word. Even if someone tries to
Demonetize the video you are watching? Okay. Not like I'm getting money anyways.
insult me by saying you're fat, my response is yes and.
I mean, yeah, she's not wrong. It's not a bad word. It's just a pretty bad health condition. And also, if that's the case, then why the fuck does everyone get so upset about the word obese? Is it because obese sounds worse than fat? I mean, it does, but they both lead to the same conclusion. Heart disease.
It took a lot of work to get to this point, and that's because, like many other words in our language, the word fat has a dark history where it has been used to belittle, insult, and dehumanize.
But for the most part, to educate, because being fat is not a good thing. It's not a fucking body type like in a video game. No, it actually has consequences in real life. The way you talk about being fat is like it's like being short or having a big nose or having big lips or some shit like that. Those are inherent.
He a hater? Nah. He's speaking the truth.
Characteristics which you can't change. You are just literally killing yourself.
So for a lot of people, it's very difficult to shake this history when they hear the word fat.
Because it's an inherently bad thing. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, bone and joint issues, digestion issues. Do I even need to go on?
And if you want the word fat to be used in the same way as skinny, thin, fit, then you need to use it in a way that's not derogatory, which quite frankly, you did not do in your video.
Skinny can also be used in a derogatory way. The fuck you mean? Why do I have to share the planet with these people?
So if someone you deem fat prefers to refer to their body as curvy or plus size, they have every reason in the world to do so, and you need to respect it. Thanks.
What difference does it make? Listen, mate, if you'd rather be called plus size, then yeah, whatever, sure, fine. The problems you get from obesity are still gonna be there. How many times do I need to say the same thing before it drills into your abnormally large head? Whether you call it obese or not, it's still gonna be not good. But
Why did she stick her tongue out? Why did she stick her tongue out, bro? Nobody needed that.
I guess this rational use of logic can't be expected from FatTok. I mean, they all collectively thought it was a good idea to call themselves FatTok, for fuck's sake. But another app that rational thought process can't be given to is Twitter. Obviously. I feel like anyone familiar with Twitter could have probably guessed that at this point. No one uses their brains on there. People even found a way to find political discourse in a McDonald's advert. The people of Twitter...
Yeah, remember that? This is right-wing... By the way, let's go back. Let's go back a little.
Uses their brains on there.
Let's go back a little.
Found a way to find political discourse in a McDonald's...
This is right-wing propaganda, guys! A family! Right-wing propaganda. Be warned.
Advert. The people of Twitter even got mad at PewDiePie for being a happy, loving father. This app is actually hell. Like, actually fucking hell. I refuse to believe that anyone who uses this app is happy in real life. But of course, if they can make big issues out of literally nothing, I don't see how any of these are controversial by any means. But you wouldn't believe the fucking uproar when it comes to the word obese. Now I look at dumb
Again, having a family is right-wing propaganda.
people all day. I look at silly people all day. And even I've got to put my hands up and say, these are some of the dumbest fucking retards on earth. FatTok is one thing, but Twitter is another fucking planet, man. Babe, obesity is a medical slur. Love your body. If you want to exercise and eat healthier, that's great. But don't be scammed and bullied into making yourself smaller. There is nothing wrong with being fat. Well, I fucking...
There's everything wrong with being fat. Except when it's a medical condition, but I've said that a couple of times. There's everything wrong with being overweight. Again, this shit will catch up to you, and it will harm you.
Beg to differ. This shit kills people, you know. But I guess my main question here is, how is weight loss a scam? I mean, yeah, sure, there are... I fucking beg to differ. This shit...
She looks like she has literal drumsticks as legs. What is this? How can you walk around like this? How? How much do you have to hate yourself?
Kills people, you know. But I guess my main question here is, how is weight loss a scam? I mean, yeah, sure, there are some shady weight loss practices, but for the most part, the weight loss journey itself is always a good thing. It's good for your heart, joints, mobility, overall health. You get to live longer. You actually get to sit down in chairs and you don't have to worry about a weight capacity. And you can actually walk without having to waddle around like a fucking penguin. This isn't bullying, this is just facts. Oh wait, Sorry about that. I forgot I wasn't supposed to use rational thinking when talking to someone who uses Twitter. My apologies. When you see the fat-phobic slur obesity, replace the word in your mind with fat people or fat children, and then see how the headline or proposal reads. Oh god. Anything you propose to do about the fat-phobic slur obesity is something you're proposing to do to fat people. And the reason why the word is a slur is because it makes you forget that fat people
Fat in name, rainbow flag in name. We know what this kind of person looks like.
People are people. Okay, no, mate. No. Whenever someone makes the statement that they want to get rid of obesity, they're talking about the illness obesity. They want to get rid of what these people have and not the people. Because they will live a lot shorter lives if they don't get rid of it. Obesity...
I want to get rid of obesity. You mean the illness, right? Right? No, I mean the people themselves. What is that argument?
It isn't a group of people, it's a health condition. Whenever someone says I want to get rid of cancer, they're not saying they want to kill everyone with cancer. They're saying they want to get rid of the illness, you idiot. Don't even try and defend the fat-phobic slur obesity by saying it's a medical term. It's a medical slur. Is that even a thing? Is a medical slur even real? It's either you have the condition or you don't. I don't see how that can be derogatory. It's the word doctors use to deny fat people medical care. Yeah, we know it's used in medicine, they're using it to kill.
Yeah, we know it's used in medicine, they're using it to kill us. These people are retarded. It is insane how retarded you can be. What the fuck do you mean? Doctors aren't killing you. Maybe they do for some shady reason, but that's not the point.
Us. What? You know what? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Whenever a doctor gives a fat person health advice, they are just denying them healthcare. Yep, you're right. I hate the term so much. It's so dehumanizing. I felt like a fucking specimen when I read the note my doctor wrote for me in order to get reasonable accommodations at work. You know, just getting a little bit silly here. You can do things in your life. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they could possibly be. There are some things out there which can help you lose weight, okay? I don't know what they could possibly be, but they are out there, so if you don't like being obese, then you could maybe give it a try. Just an idea. The term obese is a slur, violent, dehumanizing, it's anti-black. Well, as a colored crayon myself,
Are you arguing that being fat is black culture? What?
I don't see how. How can a biological health condition be racist? I am losing faith in our species. Hey skinnies, the word obesity is a fat-phobic slur. Stop interacting with posts that use it as a way to combat fatness. I fucking hate y'all for that shit. If you're not fat, stay out of fat people's business.
Glorifies fatness. Has the flag in not in bio but in profile picture. We know what this person looks like.
And if you disagree, literally block me. Okay, well, you're gonna fucking die. See you later, bro. Calm down, calm down, calm down. It's a joke. It's a joke. Kind of. The term obese is a slur because it is used to dehumanize and harass us. It's not because our feelings are hurt by an accurate description. Well, it is, because I don't see how it could be anything else. It is an outdated term that does more harm than good, and as such, it should be eradicated. That's it. I've said it many times before and I'll say it again. Just because you get rid of the word doesn't mean you get rid of what it actually is. The causes and effects.
Fine, let's change the term. From now on, I'm gonna call these people Snorlax-bodied. What are you gonna do about it?
Of obesity are still gonna be a thing whether you call it obesity or not. How hard is this to understand? It's almost like education is illegal wherever you people are from. My god. Mercedes claims that obesity is a slur used to exact violence on fat people, particularly black, disabled, trans, poor fat people.
Is being fat now also exclusively for trans people?
Oh god, I'm starting to genuinely feel my brain melt at some of this bullshit. What are you talking about? Honestly, what are you talking about? A medical term used to diagnose people is now claimed to be violent. This can't be real life. They want to be victims so badly. It's so fucking cringe. You'll never see any.
Remember the South Park episode that was called "The End of Obesity"? I remember that one. That one was interesting to see.
Anyone defend anorexia or chain smoking like this. So why do they do it for obesity? God, this is so fucking weird. Now, I'm not gonna claim to be a medical professional by any means, because I'm really not. I only studied anatomy, physiology, and nutrition for around a year in college, right? But even with the little amounts of information I have on the subject, I still have more than enough knowledge to claim that being morbidly obese is not a good thing. It's not like a neutral body type like in a video game which has no impact on your gameplay. No, it's not like that. It's a serious medical condition and is terrible for your health. You don't even need to study anything to understand that. I feel like most people can tell what a healthy body looks like compared to an unhealthy one. As long as you have more than 2 lines on your...
God, I hate my stretch marks. Some of them are because I was fat, and some of them are because of working out. Now, I don't know which one is which.
brain, then you should be able to know this. And yet, we have these people. But not only has this ideology seeped itself onto TikTok and Twitter, but it's also seeped itself into actual medical professionals. Honestly, I wish I was joking.
If you are obese, please don't ever let a doctor or a healthcare provider tell you that you need to lose weight before they investigate further a symptom that you're having.
You have to be just a guy in a costume, okay? There is no way you have a medical license. Oh my days, how dare a medical healthcare provider provide medical...
I mean, sure. There could be something else wrong with your body, sure. Sure. But at the same time, at least try to lose weight.
Medical healthcare? That's just ridiculous. If you are clinically diagnosed with obesity, then you should lose the weight. If a medical professional tells you to do so, then you should probably do so. A reliable medical professional who actually uses biology, not this bellend.
If they want to delay getting a lab or getting imaging or having you see a specialist, if they want to delay that because they say you need to lose weight first, you need to push back on that person, or you need to find someone else.
Why? If you're obese and you're suffering from symptoms and you decide to lose the weight, there is a high possibility that those symptoms can lessen down, making treatment a lot easier for everyone involved. Any doctor in their right state of mind would understand this.
Because your health problems are not just blamed on your obesity or the amount of fat tissue that you have.
Yeah, you graduated on Roblox, bro. There is no fucking way you...
That's an interesting insult. I'm gonna use that one as well. You graduated on Roblox. That is great. That is amazing.
You have a master's degree. This may be news to you, doctor, but being fat itself is a health issue and will be the cause of 99% of the problems these people have. You'd like to believe a doctor would know this.
You are allowed to have other health problems as well, and you deserve the respect and dignity of investigating those other symptoms as well.
Yeah, but what about the main symptom that is visible? Are you serious? If this person walks into your office and says, oh...
Man. Okay, what the fuck? Truly, what the fuck?
Doc, my joints hurt. Are you gonna say, oh, let me go investigate that further? No. Idiot. The problem is pretty obvious. It doesn't need much
What the hell? She's so weak, she doesn't even get through this anymore. I wonder how they got her through that. I really do. I really do.
investigation. You'd like to believe a medical professional would understand this, but clearly not. Jeez, man. Us evolving backwards really was an understatement. We've got people genuinely walking around thinking that there's absolutely nothing wrong with being morbidly obese. And there's even people thinking we shouldn't even say the word obese, whilst also simultaneously thinking that there's nothing wrong with being obese. But if that's the case, then why shouldn't we be able to say it? I mean, is it a slur? Is it liberating? Is it fat-phobic? I don't even fucking know anymore. Every time I try and understand this stuff, I just get a headache. But there you have it. Modern society. Calling people who are objectively unhealthy.
Man, we really live on Earth 2. How the hell can a doctor say that? How can someone study for years about health and not have any brain cells? The message! The agenda! Whatever you want to call it. Everything has to be political correct, no matter how outlandish or ridiculous it may sound. That's the harsh truth. Also, a lot of these doctors, for example, here in Germany, they have started lowering requirements to even be a doctor. That is probably also the case in the United States, I assume. Yeah. Yeah.
The unhealthy is now derogatory, and the word obesity should now be censored, but at the same time should be liberated and celebrated, and I give up. Every time I come back to this plus size agenda, it just makes less and less sense. But anyways, guys, this is in fact the end of
these people pull up on beaches. Whale hunters will have a field day.
The video, and if you liked, please leave a like, and if you didn't, then feel free to degrade me in the comments. I hope my braces and newfound speech didn't affect the video too much, but if it did, then Sorry about that. I'm still in my adapting phase, so I'm not fully normal just yet. But like I said earlier, I had to make this video. There was no way I was ignoring this. But yeah, hopefully next video I don't sound like fucking Timmy Turner. But with all that said, all my links and socials are in the description. Feel free to follow me.
Okay, that was a good video. That was way funnier than I anticipated because of like the Sonic gameplay, but never judge a book by its cover, I guess. Yeah, these people are ridiculous. These people that glorify this, they will all die very early, which is unfortunate because they had the means to change it, but at this point it's natural selection. And they are adults, they have to know what they're doing, and when death is what they choose, then let them do it.